What's up, everybody? We're down here eating a little classic Texas barbecue because it's time for a little BBQ&A with Legacy. They're hungry for trophies, but they're also hungry for a little classic Texas barbecue. What you guys want?
I will have a brisket.
Do you like the fatty or the lean?
Fatty.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Saadzin, what can I do for you?
Everything.
Everything, yes sir.
No, I'm joking.
We're getting a little chicken. There we go. We're getting a little sausage. No, you're not done yet. Everything, brother.
I was trolling, bro. Me and Saadzin, we are from the south, from Brazil.
Yeah.
And there, we only eat steak. So we would have like a big thing like with a lot of steak.
Yeah.
Then we would eat for the whole week, you know?
Yeah. All right, so now, while you guys are stuffing your faces, I'm gonna ask you questions just to make it a little more difficult. I'm curious, man. I mean, obviously this stage, you guys roll through 3-0, but it's funny to think about because I feel like this event is probably the highest pressure situation. Then there's the whole situation with how you guys come into the tournament, the outside stuff coming around that, where there's a lot more focus than usual. You're rolling through, you're playing your best Counter-Strike. Why do you think in this moment, you guys are sort of finding that form shining?
For me, it's the energy. Everyone is so hyped, playing so well.
Of course, the situation for us was weird because we didn't expect to be here, you know? It's like, oh my God, guys, really? It's kind of weird, you know? But when you had this opportunity, we said, oh guys, let's just enjoy this moment, you know? And the other thing is this energy that we are having, I think is like we look for each other. If you go home, doesn't matter. Everybody will go home at some point, but if you go home, let's go with no regrets, you know?
I mean, it's a great mentality. I mean, for you guys, right, there's been different lands, there's been different tournaments at this point. Do you think coming in, having that unique situation, has it changed your thinking?
Now, Major being the last tournament of the season, there is a bit of more hunger, you know? Because people know there is no tournaments anymore, they can give everything on it. We are doing very good on practice. We listen to each other, we play the game the best as possible. That's when we came to the thing of no regrets. And if you have some problem, we will help each other to solve it.
Yeah. There's a phrase in the US, it's like, we say you're playing with house money. It's like you go to the casino and you've already got like more than you came in with, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, you guys just keep pushing it further, right? Again, not expecting to be here, getting the invite last minute, now making it through 2 rounds of the major. How far does it go? How far do you guys go?
I mean, we're just grateful to be here,
Yeah.
and we're trying to do our best, as dumau says, so we can leave here with no regrets, and that's what we will keep doing. I don't know how far are we going to go, but we're gonna go like this.
Yeah. I'm curious about those relationships in the team, right? Because you guys have been together for 5-6 years now at this point. And then Saadzin, you've been there for 2 years? Year and a half? 1 year. 1 year?
In my mix one.
Okay. And then Nissim and Lux are pretty recent additions. And also, super curious for you, dumau. In the start of you guys' relationship, you were like the fresh young star where everyone's eyes on you. You came from you came into this team. Now, you're still young, but you've also been competing for 5-6 years at this level.
Yeah, I think my play style, I came from being passive the whole time and playing just clutch and everything, just playing the end of the round. Now I became like a very different person and play style, and I have to change it because the team was needing it, you know? Okay, I will try to be the best in this role for my team, you know? So I have to change it a lot, and in my mind I had a lot of fights, you know? And it was a challenge, but I accepted this challenge in the best way possible, I felt, you know? Now we are here, but I think I learned a lot, not only with experiences and persons, but I learned a lot about the game, you know?
I'm curious how you've seen him change as a person, other than, you know, getting too many burritos nowadays.
Yeah, burritos are really same.
I'm very proud of him. He's a really good guy, like in the heart, and to see him going through all these phases it's really nice. He doesn't have too many filters when he says stuff, so sometimes he can be misinterpreted.
Misunderstood.
And, yeah, misunderstood. But
maybe on the tweets sometimes.
maybe, yeah.
Something like this.
He doesn't have too many filters.
Yeah.
But he's a really great guy to be close to. Yeah, I love working with him.
Yeah.
Did I have more brisket?
Yeah, dude. Let's see, what do you got here? What do we got?
I cannot stop, bro. It's so good.
That's good. That's good. So we were talking about their relationship going back 5 years. You've been here for a year. You were the new kid. Now you've got 2 new additions. How do you feel you've settled in? Do you feel just like full veteran at this point? You know, welcoming in, you're like, all right, Nissim, here's where things are. Here's how you do it.
Not really. I think I'm still the youngest player on the team, so I'm always learning with them. Like you guys are talking before, like, oh, sometimes you need to scream to wake up the guy on the game, and this happened a lot with me. Like in some games I'm sleeping or a little bit nervous, so they come to me and say like, come on, you can do this, wake up. And this happened a lot, but I'm never be angry with them because of this. I know it's for my best, so yeah.
But he's very strong mentally.
He doesn't fight back, you know?
Yeah, dumau say to me something, and I was like, okay. Like he said, oh, you need to do this, this, and this. And I say, okay, I will do that.
I'm curious about how things have been with Lex as well, right? He's primary IGLing. He came in, it's his first time doing that role, I think, in this team?
Yes.
How has he been doing? What's the learning curve like there? I asked right when you took a bite of food. This is the classic move.
If Lux was here, it would be fun.
Yeah.
He talks a lot, me and him, we talk a lot. But he already talked a lot in the game, being like second color. And I think for him, he doesn't have any, it's like a habit for him. He's really open-minded. He knows how to work with people. He's a very good guy, you know, should be around. And he has already this kind of leadership. I see him looking for things around to learn, like a library, you know. And this is very, very good, you know. If you see someone like pushing forward, and it makes people like, oh, if he's learning, I'm gonna learn, you know.
Yeah, that's great. What about for you? Now you've got the empty mouth.
When you spend some time with him, you feel like he has a talent, like it's natural for him to take the leadership role. Yeah, I'm very happy to have him. Looks as agile right now. Sometimes he's dead, but he's still talking like people want to do this stuff, and no, let's do this, and that's how he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I think this is the closest to brisket we've got is the rib at this point. Get in there.
How is the name of this steak?
That's the rib. So that's the big beef rib right here. That's this beauty.
Can I get more?
Yes, sir. We got more. He told me before we came, Chucky told me that saadzin was going to eat us out of house and home. So keep eating, man. We got more. Do you want the whole thing? We got 2 chunks right here.
Hello, can be halfway.
Look, hey, that's the good thing and the bad thing about having a young team is can eat you through house and home. And they wonder how team budgets get so high in Counter-Strike. It's just feeding you guys.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the balance of the voice. I feel like this is more of a conversation these days where like, obviously the focus is always gonna be on the IGL for like decision making for Lux, but it's never just one guy, right? What's the balance of the voices for you guys? Where do you think?
So if Luke says something, we believe on him. If I have to say something, people will listen to me. But I feel like I'm second voice right now because I create more things in the middle of the round. But saadzin, he's second, third voice. If he says something, go for a pick, we believe in him, he goes. We cannot lose time when we are playing. So we made a hierarchy, just to make things clear, you know.
And it's like if they want to give some feedback or call something, they usually do it like at the end of the round. So at the freeze time, Lux can think about it if he wants to do it or not, and then if he doesn't, he will call another thing. So we're not able to do that much because he's screaming all the time, you know, when the rounds were ending. But that's how it's supposed to go. Like mid round, everyone can call, but they have to be really sure about what they're calling because you can't like second guess and I thought it was like this. Like if you know something that's really good and then you call it. But if you're not sure, just update for Lux and he will.
If you don't know, don't move.
How much do you think, like, I feel like there's always that balance of, protocol versus instinct, but how much freedom is there with you guys to go like, I got a feeling, I'm gonna go for a play here?
Nowadays, Lux has a lot of protocols. He's very good because then it makes a team know what the team is doing. Because if you have a protocol, in the protocol there is a why. Why are you doing this protocol? Because you think they're doing this, or you have an information that they're doing this. Then you keep moving, in the map. I don't know how to say it, but he's very balanced, He knows very well how to do things. And I would say myself, now, I would use both.
We like to say that there's have to be some magic. You can only rely on protocols and reactions. Sometimes it's just the magic.
Freestyle.
Like you're feeling it, and okay, if you want to do it, just do it. If it's good or it's bad, afterwards we talk about it.
Okay. I'm curious about, this is kind of a question for all of you, I guess. I feel like sometimes, when you're talking about that make a play off of instinct, find that little bit of magic, especially with newer players, which at this point you've been around for a lot of players making that jump up in competition. There's that like magic middle ground of you want players to constantly be thinking about why they made a play in demo review, going back and talking about it, but you also don't want them to like lose the confidence to go for it. So how do you find that? Because I feel like sometimes I talk to a player who's made a jump to a new team and they're almost like afraid to make the play because they know in demo review, they're gonna get chewed out for it if
Yeah,
they
it's a
mess up.
fine line between being genius and just dumb. You
Yeah.
know, if you have a solid reason why you're doing that, it is the time to do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Later, we talk about it, and you will learn if it was good, it was not, and then you will be better for the next one. But if you never do it, then you never know.
If there is going things like this in your mind, you know it's already you already cook it over, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think if you really trust in yourself, you will be able to fail. But I think everybody has to at least have a chance to fail, no? And after we will see, to be honest, and then we have no regrets. So we will learn tomorrow, we will wake up another day, we will learn and moving forward, you know? Everybody will lose and win at some point, you know?
It's kind of like we talk about being like process-oriented versus results-oriented, where it's like, okay, are you looking at why you made the decision, or are you looking at what happened afterwards?
Yeah, I don't like when they do something bad and say, yeah, but it worked.
Yeah. It's got to be the worst
You
as a
can't live
coach.
like that, yeah.
Sometimes the bad idea and you look at Chucky, I know I fucked up. And then you come to do next time and do right and you kill or something. And yeah, it's good.
So obviously on the major stuff, rules are different for coaches, right? It's like the most strict you're ever gonna have it. So you can only talk to them during timeouts. You can't like be emotional or like you gotta be fully controlled. So when do you like to use your timeouts? What do you look for like the moments to use them?
I feel like if we were emotionally not in control, if we're closing to tilt, or if the game plan is not working, if I see them emotionally breaking down, or if I see that they're not understanding how to adapt in the game.
Yeah, I'm curious, like because sometimes you're on a loss streak, but you still feel like things are going the way they should, or like people are doing what they should. Will you just let that roll, or is there like a certain number you're like, okay, we gotta?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're, okay, let's say you're losing 5-0. On the next gun round, you lose a 3v2 retake situation. And you have like the pause and they talk about, and then now they lose 3v2, they lose, but it was a good round. It was an honest round.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to say. You just need to keep doing and consistently, and you're probably gonna win some rounds back, you know?
Yeah,
That's how it is.
I like it. All right, Saadzin, we'll get a question in for you.
Okay.
I mean, this is just a basic one, but is there one player here you wanna op against? Is there one guy that you're like, haven't played them yet? Circle it on the schedule.
Yeah, so I talked with the guys. It's sad what I'm gonna say, but I was really like to play against Monacy, but I'll talk about this one with the guys. But the other op I want to play against, it's Zayu.
Yeah.
Because we already say, like, we need to get the revenge. We need to play against him. So, yeah.
And then the question we have to ask, right? The wrap-up question is just, how far can you take it? Is this playoffs time? What's the next step?
That's a question. We don't know. It's just a mystery that we think about it, but it's more the thing that we said at the start of the interview here. It's just about no regrets and just go for everything that we can do, you know. And then if you lose or win, we will be happy with our attitude, you know, and the way that you do things. For me, I believe in God, so God will take care of everything, you know.
I think that's a great sentiment to end on. Then last question, how was the food?
Great.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I really like it. Thank you.
Perfect, really remember me home, so probably I will drop some heads now in practice and be happy, you know.
There you go. We'll just get you a rack of ribs next to your setup.
Okay.
You dying around, you just go start eating a rib.
Yeah.
All right, you heard the answers here, folks. We smoked them to perfection, now ready for your consumption. Hope you enjoyed it. That was BBQ&A with Legacy.